Pedro and Samantha for joining me today. As you know, on the agenda, we have today to talk about our new initiative for opening Euro Disney. We know this project is perfect with Disney's brand and fits very well with Walt's pure vision from years ago of finally getting a park open in Europe.
We agree. We have a great opportunity to capture the European market share, and have we narrowed it to Spain and France at this point?
Yeah, the French have really given us a good land offer at this point. I see this as our best course of action for opening the park just outside of Paris, financially and with the incentives that the government has already been discussing.
Agreed. The French deal is great. They're giving us 4,800 acres of land and tax incentives with the property taxes. Also, the price is at the 1970 level, so we're gonna make some great money. Also, we'll control the land around the park.
And don't forget that we secured 800 million financing from the French government. So our liquidity position puts us in a good spot to get things going.
That's great to hear. We really have an opportunity right now to create new value for Disney in Europe. With our recent successes in Japan, over in Asia, I think as this opportunity to finally enter the European market will be great and we'll get great demand. It'll be good for the brand Disney in general.
Michael, our analysts are projecting 11 million people coming to our park. Also, we're in the process of construction of 5,200 hotels at the moment. Around our park, there's around approximately 17 million people, so that'll be great attendance, 2 hours away from the park.
Excellent. Let's make sure when we're doing these analyses that we're attributing the hotel construction to the demand that we really see from Europeans. Please also adjust and make sure we're looking at the attendance forecast for the park as well to make sure that these numbers are aligning with our projections. The eagerness I saw last week when I was in Paris at the exchange was great. Europeans were really giving me positive feedback about a park in Europe.
We expect our guests to come in between 3 and 4 days at each time, so that's going to be great numbers.
And our revenue management team has come up with a new premium ticket pricing structure. So we're going to be charging higher ticket prices than that in Orlando because there's no real Disney location in Europe. So we're very confident in this new ticket pricing structure.
Orlando sees plenty of tourists coming from Europe for a 1-week stay. So those numbers are being saved every time they don't have to travel. So that money will be spent on our property. So that's great build-up numbers for us.
Excellent. We just need to make sure we're keeping in mind that we are still a premium product and we want to keep the premium product brand when we open in Europe so that we have a strong image in the mind of our customers when they're coming to the park. So we need to make sure not to price them out if we are pricing above current Orlando costs. We know already that in Orlando we have a lot of European customers. So in this case we want them to still go there, but we want to also tap their revenue and market share in Europe as well, which is much closer to where they currently live.
Michael, right now we are planning for a lot more expenditures from our tourists. We know that the French love to eat out every day, so we are trying to make this a family-oriented park. So we'll stay away, just like in the States, away from alcohol and wine, so it's going to be great. Also, it's going to be the menu items are related to the United States and our American parks, so it's going to be a little piece of American every time they come to our parks.
Our food projections estimate that visitors will likely spend about $28 per head on food and merchandise.
That's great numbers. With the weather in Europe, that will increase our sale in items and merchandise. So we're going to make a great seller items in Europe.
Excellent. Glad to hear that.
Yeah, and I'm confident our investors will see value based on our ownership structure in the Euro Disney legal vehicle. This investment should be accretive to our ESP estimates starting next year. Funding-wise, we have no issue after the loan financing clears.
Thank you for pointing that out. I think it's really important that we are focusing on how much value this is going to create for our shareholders at our key core company here in the United States. We need to make sure we're keeping that in mind and that this project is funded and that it doesn't go over cost and stays within the budget. We have a great opportunity here to fulfill Walt's dream of finally opening a park in Europe, especially outside of Paris, and I think it's going to give us a great entry into the market. Really positive. Thank you guys for the updates, and let's reconvene next week.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you.